to ride this train, baby. It's the Trump train. Cruz, it looks like your ship is sinking. Yeah. Hey, Cruz supporters, jump ship. Come on over to the Trump train.
I have never seen a human being eat in such a disgusting fashion. You ever see it? He's eating today, stuffing it. I never saw. This guy takes a pancake and he's shoving it in his mouth.
Thank you, guys.
Bites this big.
Thank you, it's not a big deal.
He's pushing it in. We never saw a guy eat like this. I told my son, he was watching. He said, Daddy, look. I said, don't watch. Little bites, little bites. It's disgusting. Do you want that for your president? I don't think so.
Okay, I gotta eat now.
You ever see it? He's eating today, stuffing it. I never saw. Bites this big. He's pushing it in with his... I never saw a guy eat like this. I told my son, he was watching. He said, Daddy, look. I said, don't watch. Little bites, little bites.
It's unbelievable. So Lion Ted took a really nice meeting with the RNC, Republican National Committee. You know, you're registered as a Canadian citizen. He said, oh, I never knew that. He never knew he was a Canadian.
They forgot to look at the shadow who was lurking just behind. Ted Cruz has a real shot of winning the Republican nomination. And if you don't focus on him, you might not realize there's a chance he could be worse than Donald Trump. Now, I know a lot of you support Donald Trump and don't think that he's bad. You think he's fantastic. And Ted Cruz is just terrible. And I know a lot of you think Hillary is just as bad.
Kasich, we call him 1 for 41. I thought it was 38. He's won one race in 41 states. One, okay? States and islands. So I call him now. I have a new nickname for him. 1 for 41. Very soon it's going to be 1 for 46 or 7. So he's going nowhere. And he keeps talking about how he does with Hillary Clinton. He hasn't had one negative ad yet. When they put in the first negative ad about him, he's going to collapse like a rock. Wait till you see this. Boom. Bye-bye.
And the final state to vote will be the state of California, 172 delegates.
I think Ted Cruz just might be worse. So here's the thing. What if I told you that Donald Trump has called for taxing the rich? Because he did. In an interview with CNN and in several other occasions, he has said wealthy who are using tax loopholes should not be allowed to do it, and they should pay more in taxes. And what if I told you Donald Trump actually defended Planned Parenthood? And this happened not too long ago on the debate stage. He said many women use Planned Parenthood for practical reasons. Now, he did go on to say he would defund them due to them providing abortions. But what front-running Republican has ever called for taxing the rich or defended Planned Parenthood in any way?
But I love him. I just want to see a channel 24/7, just him talking, because it's amazing.
Donald's very smart, and he's very calm, which is true, actually. I actually have low blood pressure. Can you believe it? Do I look like a president? How handsome am I, right? How handsome? Somebody said he really does look good, but, you know, I don't know if he's president. And I'm looking at this stage of people, my competitors. Does Hillary look presidential to you?
Ted Cruz and John Kasich banding together to try and stop Donald Trump. But can it work?
The first thing that the Democrats are going to do is sue him on the basis that he's not a naturalized citizen, that he wasn't born in this country. It's gonna. And you know, the Kasich thing is interesting, because here's a guy that just says, I'm going to stay. Like a stubborn, like if you have a child who's a spoiled brat, where they go, I don't care, Daddy. Get out of the room, Daddy. I don't care. This is like a spoiled guy. Then people start yawning, leaving. The whole thing is a disaster. And she'll be a disaster as president. So nice. He was such a nice guy. And he said, oh, I'm never going to attack. But then his poll numbers tanked. That's why he's on the end. And he got nasty. So you know what? You can have him. And yesterday he said, Daddy, who's that guy on television? That's disgusting. Did you ever see? Then they talk about presidential. Oh, I see. He's president. He puts pancakes this big in his mouth and he's shoving them in. This is not a presidential person. Oh, did you see the news today? Did you see where they band together, where they collude? You know, it's collusion. You know, if you collude in business, if you collude in business or if you collude in the stock market, they put you in jail. But in politics, because it's a rigged system, because it's a corrupt enterprise, in politics, you're allowed to collude. So they colluded, and actually I was happy because it shows how weak they are. It shows how pathetic they are.
You got to get out tomorrow to vote, all right? Who's going to vote for Trump?